why talk about this? Is it interesting? Is it important for the human being to realize that in some sense of the word, whatever it means, he is God or one with God?
When I say I am God, I am saying every human being is God. And not only human being, every being is God. To be is to be God. There is no other way. God is the trees in the trees, and the birds in the birds, and the man in men, and the woman in women. God has all these manifestations. All these beautiful waves arise in his ocean. When I say that I am the ocean, the other waves are disturbed. They think that I am declaring some kind of superiority, that I am saying that you are only waves and I am an ocean. I am not saying that. By declaring that I am the ocean, I have declared that you are also the ocean. But if you don't want to recognize it, it is your freedom not to see the truth. You can keep your eyes closed. You can remain blindfolded. That is your decision. If you have chosen not to be a god, you can go on pretending not to be a god. But I tell you, it's only a pretension.
But so what? Well, the importance of it is this, that to know that you are God is another way of saying that you feel completely with this universe. You feel profoundly rooted in it and connected with it. You feel, in other words, that the whole energy which expresses itself in the galaxies is intimate. It is not something to which you are a stranger, but it is that with which you, whatever that is, are intimately bound up. That in your seeing, your hearing, your talking, your thinking, your moving, you express that which it is which moves the sun and other stars. And if you don't know that, if you don't feel that, well, naturally you feel alien, you feel a stranger in the world, and if you feel a stranger, you feel hostile. And therefore, you start to bulldoze things about, to beat it up, and to try and make the world submit to your will, and you become a real troublemaker.
God is your reality, and whatever else you are pretending is only just a belief. Even when you pretend that you are this and that and not God, even then you remain God deep down. There is no way of being anything else, because all there is God, and everything comes out of that and exists within that as that.
Let's suppose that you were able every night to dream any dream you wanted to dream. And that you could, for example, have the power within one night to dream 75 years of time, or any length of time you wanted to have. And you would naturally, as you began on this adventure of dreams, you would fulfill all your wishes. You would have every kind of pleasure you could conceive. And after several nights of 75 years of total pleasure each, you would say, well, that was pretty great. But now let's have a surprise. Let's have a dream which isn't under control. Well, something is going to happen to me that I don't know what it's going to be. And you would dig that and come out of that and say, wow, that was a close shave, wasn't it? And then you would get more and more adventurous, and you would make further and further out gambles as to what you would dream. And finally, you would dream where you are now. You would dream the dream of living the life that you are actually living today. That would be within the infinite multiplicity of choices you would have, of playing that you weren't God. Because the whole nature of the Godhead, according to this idea, is to play that he's not. The first thing he says to himself is, man, get lost. Because he gives himself away. The nature of love is self-abandonment, not clinging to oneself. Throwing yourself out, as in, for example, in basketball, you're always getting rid of the ball. You say to the other fellow, have a ball. See? And that keeps things moving. That's the nature of life. So in this idea then, everybody is fundamentally the ultimate reality. Not God in a politically kingly sense, but God in the sense of being the self, the deep down basic whatever there is. And you're all that, only you're pretending you're not.
Even the wave that doesn't believe in the ocean is still part of the ocean. The ocean is underneath. It's just that the wave has not looked into its own depths. If I were saying that I am God and you are not, then it would be just an ego trip. But my saying I am God also includes you. It includes the whole existence.